Green lights on, go there racing, good start too. High Road out wide, showing plenty of early dash. Going with him early though also is Timmy 2 and also Chrisfield, he's the widest runner. Shadow Warrior driving up on the inside will lead Timmy 2, High Road and Chrisfield 4 deep out of the straight. Settling down fifth on the rail is Flying Louis. High Road hopped there on that turn for a stride. Then Perfect Days followed by Rose's Despair, Pass with Joy. Second last early is Timmy 2 and 6 metres away back at the tail as they settle down is Jewel Star. Along the back and Chrisfield worked around the outside and headed off Shadow Warrior at the 1400. The favourites in front now, Chrisfield by 5 metres to Shadow Warrior. Third placing is Arson Galaxy on the outside of Flying Louis. Then Perfect Ace has Passed with Joy, now pulls out 3 wide on the top turn, but Perfect Ace now comes out in front of him. Rose's Despair comes one off the fence. Flying Louis on the rail. Timmy 2 third last now pulling out deep. Second last now is High Road and last on the rail is Jewel Star. On the turn at the 1,000 metres and Pass with Joy travels around the outside 3 wide. In front is Chrisfield down the straight a lap out. Perfect Ace now has the cover as Timmy 2 pulls around the outside. On the leader's back is Shadow Warrior. He's had a nice sit trailed up by Flying Louis. Arson Galaxy on the outside. Then Rose's Despair. Jewel Star second last on the rail pulling double and High Road on the outside is last. They're in the final lap at the 700. The leader is Chrisfield. Almost 2 metres to Pass with Joy. Out 3 wide is Timmy 2. The leader's back is Shadow Warrior. The centre Perfect Ace fifth. 4 metres away Flying Louis on the inside of Arson Galaxy. Then Rose's Despair, Jewel Star and High Road last. Along the back towards the 450 they race. Chrisfield narrowly in front of Pass with Joy. Out 3 wide is Timmy 2. Perfect Ace in the centre. Shadow Warrior still needs to run the rail, followed by Arson Galaxy tapped up. Then Flying Louis. 4 metres away Rose's Despair, Jewel Star and High Road. On the home turn at the 220. Pass with Joy on the outside, put its nose in front of Chrisfield coming again on the rail. Perfect Ace now pulls to the outside. Shadow Warrior still needing a run, followed by Arson Galaxy. Timmy 2 at the 120. Pass with Joy tackling the leader Chrisfield. Shadow Warrior going for a split. Perfect Ace is late on the outside. Pass with Joy in front though near the line and Pass with Joy wins by a metre to Shadow Warrior. Third placing Chrisfield and it's an elated Ray Pace, driver of the winning horse. Pass with Joy past the post. In behind them came Perfect Ace, then Timmy 2, Jewel Star. In behind them Rose's Despair, Arson Galaxy, High Road, and last in was Flying Louis.
Yes, good on you, Ray. The Resolute Stakes race 4.
Here at last start, a fabulous win in the Elvin Holmes Memorial Trophy at Richmond a few starts back. Little Denver defeating Jessica Casey. Now the runners are moving in for a start. As we draw closer to the AWA Summer Cup, Freddie's Dynasty, the pre-post favourite for the race. Plenty of backing for greyhounds like Modern Express, Rocket to Tubrid and others. They're all set. Racing, Little Denver's come out okay. A Magic Mabel won the start. Little Denver angling for the inside. Atomic Bale's out wide. Little Denver takes the lead at the first corner. Warren's Flyer crossed over, threaded its way to sit up behind the favourite. Deb's Opal, then came Mardine. Further back, Big Bad Bruno and True Blue Tar. On the corner, Warren's Flyer joined and headed Little Denver. Warren's Flyer got away. Going to third, Magic Mabel, Atomic Bale. Then Deb's Opal around the corner. Warren's Flyer. 2 lengths, Little Denver coming again, but Warren's Flyer too good. Warren's Flyer beat Little Denver. 6 away, third Magic Mabel over Deb's Opal. Atomic Bale, and further back then was Mardine, True Blue Tar and Big Bad Bruno.
Okay, thank you, Peter. That was 8, 1 and 4. The winner, Warren's Flyer, 8, 1, 4. Albion Park update as they score up at Maitland. We're going to Maitland shortly. There's the update and the
start, and they're racing. One of the smartest out and racing fast for the lead was Royal Descent, followed then by Milady Carmelie, All My Best. Willow Plate the rail. Larron Butler's contacted a gig. He's gone into a break, forcing Royal Oak to be checked. And Harbour Lass was third last. They're a bit strung out as they commence to run down the back, where the leader was Royal Descent, about 3 to Willow Plate, followed by Milady Carmelie, Romeo's Babe. Next in the event at this stage was All My Best in advance of Mini Band. They were followed then by I'm a Good and Harbour Lass, well back to Royal Oak and Larron Butler. They leave the back and move to the turn, a lap and a quarter left before them, and Royal Descent by a length to Willow Plate, 2 away to Romeo's Babe on the inside of My Lady Carmelie. Next in the event at this stage was Mini Band. On its outside was All My Best, followed along then by Harbour Lass, I'm a Good and Larron Butler, and Royal Oak brought up the rear. Down to the judge they travel, the bell lap coming up this time, and no change in the order, bowling along out in front. was Royal Descent, a length to Willow Plate. Romeo's Babe next from Milady Carmelie Mini Band. In behind those was All My Best from Harbour Lass, I'm a good 'un. Laren Butler was second last and Royal Oak was last, 600 out. And Royal Descent the leader, 3 parts of a length to Romeo's Babe. Willow Plate third, followed then by Mini Band. Down on the rail was All My Best from My Lady Carmelie, Harbour Lass, I'm a good 'un. And the last pair were Royal Oak and Laren Butler. 400 left to travel, and so the leader now in the event was Romeo's Babe over Royal Descent. Mini Band with the run of the race from Willow Plate, All My Best. I'm a good 'un going between runners from My Lady Carmelie, Harbour Lass, Royal Oak, and Laren Butler was trailing. They're about to turn for home, and Romeo's Babe was first to swing. Mini Band coming out after it, and further out still was Willow Plate. It's Romeo's Babe in front, Mini Band trying hard to get to it. McDeed getting everything out of Romeo's Babe, and it wins the money. Mini Band would get second, Royal Descent third, followed by I'm a good 'un, next Royal Oak from Willow Plate, All My Best, My Lady Carmelie, Harbour Lass and Laren Butler last in.
Okay, Ned, thank you. 8, 7 and 4, 8, 7, 4, 91. But now, Albion Park Race 4, Terry Spargo.
And Swirlum's Fella came out of the gate lickety-split, and Herbie Belmont's gone with him, and they'll contest the lead at the end of the first 100 metres, though Herbie Belmont's content to take the trail, and Swirlum's Fella charges to the front. On the first turn, Swirlum's Fella leads Herbie Belmont, come by chance third. Pierre Paris fourth, and one deep. Wild Prodigy left 3 wide. Scottish Countess on the rail. A length away, Casino Chip, and then Simon's Defence on the inside of Honest Admiral. Duelist 3 deep around Early Riser, and Rather Racy's a length away at the tail of the field. Swirlum's Fella leads down the back straight the first time. Herbie Belmont settling second on the back of the leader. Wild Prodigy a length away third, and come by chance fourth on the inside of Pierre Paris. The pace is slow, and Duelist slides up 3 deep. Scottish Countess midfield inside of Casino Chip. Then Simon's Defence on the inside of Honest Admiral. Early Riser second last, and Rather Racy on the rails, a neck away at the tail of the field. 37.7 for the first 500 metres, and Swirlum's Fella shows the way. He leads by 3/4 over Duelist, moving up to the death. Herbie Belmont third behind the leader. Wild Prodigy fourth on the outside of Come By Chance, and then Pierre Paris, who's 3 back in the running lane. Scottish Countess on the rail inside of Casino Chip, followed by Simon's Defence, Honest Admiral Rather Racy, and Early Riser peels out 3 deep from the tail of the field. 32.8 for the first quarter of the mile. Swirlum's Fella's had a stroll, and with 900 to go after the bell, Swirlum's Fella 1 in front of Duelist. Herbie Belmont on the fence. Wild Prodigy sweet seating around Come By Chance, and Early Riser's gone up quickly 3 wide. Honest Admiral latching onto the back of Early Riser from Pierre Paris. Scottish Countess Rather Racy. Casino Chip and Simon's Defence shuffle back to the rear. They quickened up 31.9 second quarter, and Swirlum's Fella has them running down the back. He's a length in front of Duelist. Herbie Belmont on the rail. A length away is Early Riser out 3 deep. Wild Prodigy in the centre. Then Come By Chance, Honest Admiral, Pierre Paris, Scottish Countess Rather Racy, Casino Chip and Simon's Defence. Swirlum's Fella reined up at the 300. Duelist about to close the gap. Early Riser a length away but flat. Herbie Belmont and Wild Prodigy with nowhere to go, and Honest Admiral on the outside as they turn. Duelist went for home. Duelist grabbed the lead at the top of the lane. Early Riser plugging away with Honest Admiral. Here's Simon's Defence starting to slide down the centre. Duelist in front. Honest Admiral and Simon's Defence come at it. Too late. Duelist has beaten Simon's Defence and Honest Admiral. Then Wild Prodigy, Pierre Paris, Herbie Belmont, Rather Racy. Casino Chip, Scottish Countess, Early Riser, Come By Chance, and Swirlum's Fella led but wound up stone motherless.
And had good backing that one.
Superfecta event here, race 8 of the night. Money up to the boxes. They're racing. A good even line out. Blue Summit stepped away well with Dan's Kissing for Mercy Travel. Pleasing Girl went rearward. Passed by Sherlin Bale the middle. Cape Cod out wide. Out of the straight, Dan's Kissing headed by Mercy Travel. Blue Summit trails Mercy Travel along. On the inside, Sherlin Bale, who's looking for the inside run and gets it. Cut out Dan's Kissing, followed by Cape Cod. Behind those was Blake's Boy. 2 further back, Amerigo Monica, and last of all, Pleasing Girl. They've let Mercy Travel get away. It's using the track, but is out by 2 on Blue Summit, and Mercy Travel racing racing clear to win. Mercy Travel first over, Blue Zamet second, third Chilwell Bale, followed by Blake's Boy. Behind those came Dance Kissing Cape Cod. Towards the rear of the field was Amerigo Monica with Pleasing Girl. 30 and 80.
In 3, they're off and racing. And beginning fast, Colonel Fernando. He's going straight to the lead. Hungerbuster trying to kick up and keep him out. And Minted driving through on the inside. Minted holds them all out, Hungerbuster and Colonel Fernando, and keeps the lead. And he's going to lead clearly around that first turn. Minted, settling Armani with a trail, racing around the outside of Tokalo. Then Scarface Adios back to third last from Twigalo, and last is Delmont Lad. Into the back straight they run, 2,200 metres from home. Minted now steadied by Webster by 3 metres. Second, Colonel Fernando doing it very hard on the outside of Hungerbuster. 1 out and 1 back is Armani, and on the inside, Tokalo. 1 out and 2 back, Scarface Adios, who's racing a little bit ungenerously for Lisa Justice with his head on the side, but he's pacing freely enough. Delmont Lad the inside, second last, and at the rear is Twigalo. Minted inclined to want to race in front, or race more than what Jeff Webster wants him to. He pulls him back to the field once again, Minted by 3 metres, Colonel Fernando. On the inside, Hungerbuster, Armani 1-1, and there goes Twigalo 3 wide, set alight around the field after a lap. The third horse racing along the rails is Tokalo, then Scarface Adios, who's second last on the outside of Delmont Lad. At the judge, 1,700 to go, and Minted now joined by Twigalo in the lead. Colonel Fernando now has a trail, but he's worked. On the inside is Hungerbuster. Armani now demoted to 1 out and 2 back. On the outside of Tokalo from Delmont Lad, and Scarface Adios continues to race with his head on the side. He's now last. Into the back straight they race. And they've got just on 1,400 metres to go, and Minted again clicked up, led by 5 metres to Twigalo, who's working in the death seat on the outside of Hungerbuster. Then Colonel Fernando off the rails around Tokalo. Armani back to third last, but 1 off on the outside of Delmont Lad, and Scarface Adios at the rear. Coming off the back straight, less than 1,200 metres to pace in the free-for-all, and it's Minted by 4 metres. Second on the outside is Twigalo, on the inside Hungerbuster. 1 out and 1 back, Colonel Fernando, covering on the inside next Tokalo, followed by Armani. From second last, Delmont Lad, and Scarface Adios is last. Now, the first quarter about to show. It was 31.7, and Minted's been rated well by Webster in the lead, 3 metres to Twigalo, who's on the outside of Hungerbuster, and there's Armani taking off 3 wide with a lap to go, going around Colonel Fernando and Tokalo the rail. Scarface Adios gets that 3 wide trail now, and races a lot more generously now as Armani starts to sprint. Then came Delmont Lad, who's still last. 700 from home, Minted by 2 metres to Twigalo, and 2 metres Armani 3 wide. Now Scarface Adios still hangs in, has lost the back of Armani but sprints. Hungerbuster held up on the leader's back, then Colonel Fernando, Tokalo and Delmont Lad. 450 to go. Minted gets away by 2 metres, Twigalo and Armani. Then Hungerbuster. Scarface Adios has hung in badly all the way for Lisa Justice, has run to fourth, 8 metres off the lead, is reluctant to come out from behind a tiring Twigalo, and it's Minted 250 to go. 3 metres in front. Hungerbuster's about to get into the clear. Wide out Armani. Scarface Adios is next. Then came Tokalo on the turn. Minted in front. Hungerbuster might be the danger. Then came Armani, and Scarface Adios down the outside now. Starts to sprint quickly. Hungerbuster goes to the lead. Scarface Adios is flying. Scarface Adios goes to Hungerbuster. Hungerbuster, Scarface Adios. They hit the line, and Scarface Adios won. Scarface Adios by a short half head, and Lisa Justice can't believe it. Hungerbuster's second. Third placing was Minted, followed by out wide on the track Delmont Lad with Tokalo, then Armani and Twigalo, and tailed off Colonel Fernando.
Okay, Hilton Donaldson, a photo, a good race, wasn't it? The Commonwealth Games bid, free for all, and photo between 9 and 3. That is Scarface Adios and Armani, with Hilton fencing the selection Scarface Adios. And while they were in the last lap there, they jumped at Wentworth Park for the on-course Totalisator Stakes Race 7. Here is a replay.
Racing, Maria's Bid came out only fairly. Eastern Creek off the rails, darted straight to the lead early. Eastern Creek leads Happy Volvo going to third, Mardi Gras Time, followed by Red Boeing Jet. Firelight Sky, River Colette, Maria's Bid is wide. And as they go to the back, Silver Billy last. Eastern Creek glued to the rail shows the way. Out about 3 to Happy Volvo, Mardi Gras Time the outside, moving up Red Boeing Jet, Firelight Sky. Eastern Creek leads for home, 3 or 4, Happy Volvo and Mardi Gras Time. And Eastern Creek will go on and win nicely. Eastern Hidden Creek by 3 lengths. Second, Happy Volvo, Mardi Gras Timers third, Firelight Sky behind them. They were followed by River Colette, and then came on the inside Red Boeing Jet, Silver Billy. Maria's Bid was one of the last to pull up.
And back to Pete now for the in the approximates. The is that right?
Hi, I'm Celia Atkins, manager of the Eastside Tavern. We're situated in downtown Maylands. It's a nice quiet spot. Call in and have a meal or a snack whilst you watch Sky Channel. So anytime you feel like good company and a nice cold beer, why don't you just call on and see us? We serve the best beers in the West.
Final, and the scratchings, there are 5 of them, leaving a field of 6. No, field of 9. No, that's not right either. Field of 8. Here's Brian.
Warrua Hope will lead Logan Fella momentarily, who's up on the outside now and attacking for the lead, and I reckon we'll get there. Up on the outside, Greeno's Empire gets to third. What a Filly is fourth. 8 metres to Prominent Force, followed by Star of Bengal as Logan Fella succeeds and leads. In behind them, 6 or 8 metres away, Will Bailey, and 50 metres away, Crystal Wrist. Around the turn at the 1850, and the leader is Logan Fella by 4 metres. Off the track and making ground as What a Filly. In the centre, Greeno's Empire, now fourth with cover as What a Filly works up to the leader's wheel. Third placing Warrua Hope, 8 metres to Star of Bengal. Fifth on the inside of, up on the outside, Prominent Force. Will Bailey 4 metres away, one off the fence, and 50 metres away, Crystal Wrist. At the lap and 3/4, leaving the straight, and the leader is Logan Fella. At his wheel on the outside is What a Filly. Travelling third the rail is Warrua Hope, and fourth on the outside is Greeno's Empire. A metre back and fifth is Star of Bengal. 2 metres to Prominent Force. Will Bailey 4 metres away, and 35 metres to Crystal Wrist. Along the back at the lap and a half mark, and the leader is Logan Fella. Every chance by 2 metres. 2 on the outside, What a Filly. Third placing on the fence is Warrua Hope, and fourth on the outside is Greeno's Empire. No change in the order, followed by Star of Bengal. Prominent Force on the outside, 5 metres to Will Bailey, and 25 metres away, Crystal Wrist. Approaching the turn at the lap and a quarter towards the 1,000 metres they race, and the leader is Logan Fella. He's had a nice run by 1.5 metres. What a Filly has done all the work outside the leader. Fourth on the outside is Greeno's Empire. The leader's back is Warrua Hope. Then Prominent Force, who's sixth on the outside of Star of Bengal. Will Bailey, one off the fence, is second last, and 20 metres away, Crystal Wrist. They've got a lap to go at the 850 past the winning post, and Logan Fella being held together in front. He looks to have plenty up his sleeve. He's 2 metres clear. What a Filly on the outside is already under tremendous pressure. On her back is Greeno's Empire. Then Warrua Hope third. Star of Bengal needing luck on the rail. 5 metres to Prominent Force. 6 metres to Will Bailey, and 20 metres to Crystal Wrist. Along the back at the 550, Logan Fella still being held together by 3.5 metres to What a Filly under extreme pressure. Warrua Hope on the rail. Greeno's Empire's had a good run. He's under the whip out 3 wide. Star of Bengal gets to fifth. Now comes off the fence in plenty of time. Then Prominent Force, Will Bailey, and out the back is Crystal Wrist. But Logan Fella, he comes to the home turn at the 250, 3 metres in front. Greeno's Empire hard at it. So too is Star of Bengal getting out. Prominent Force making some ground. What a Filly has gone, followed by Warrua Hope. But Logan Fella, he comes to the 150, full of running by 5 metres. Warrua Hope is under the whip, making ground. Prominent Force down the outside, but Logan Fella will lead throughout, and Logan Fella wins nicely by 5 metres. Warrua Hope second, 2 metres away third, Prominent Force. Star of Bengal fourth. Making ground, Will Bailey out wide, then Greeno's Empire, What a Filly, and last in after breaking at the start was Crystal Wrist. Number 7.
Money up to the boxes, race 9, set to go. Ready and racing, and flying out was Big Bad Bernice, race a length in front of Double Digit, who's moving up along the outside of it. Meticulous back to the fence, went wide. 2 further back, Lacey Bale, followed by Rocket in Space. Behind those came Master Brody, followed by Kiddo's Polly, and Rocket in Space check to the rear. Down the back, Big Bad Bernice in front. Double Digit moves up on the outside. Big Bad Bernice fights on its ahead in front of Double Digit second. 2 lengths away third was Meticulous. 3 further back, Lacey Bale for Master Brody. Double Digit in front, Big Bad Bernice trying hard, but no match for Double Digit, who raced away, and Double Digit wins well from Big Bad Beneath, third Master Brody, followed by Keto's Polly Lacey, Bale Meticulous, second last Like Her Nana, and last of all was Rocket in Space.
Thank you very much there, Rod. A good win to number 8. Good deal there from the major part of the race, but number 8 Double Digit too good in the finish. Quick look at that market because they're just about off at Maitland. Southern Glamour 11 to 4. Even money number 2 Mango Girl. A favourite number 2, and they've just jumped at Maitland.
It was followed out then by Fancy a Bid, the Tin Man, Don Navalis. One moving around the outside was Glade On. They were followed by Chief Shaitan, Little Trunky. Winsome Luke and Waypara immediately dropped out the last, making the run around the corner the first time. And Foster has Meg's Memory bowling along a length and a half to the good of Fancy a Bid. Third was the Tin Man on the inside of Remagen from Don Navalis. Out wide on the track was Glade On in the centre of those, Little Trunky, followed then by Winsome Luke, and still Waypara brought up the rear. Down past the judge with 1400 to travel, and Meg's Memory showed the way. A length and a half to the good of Fancy a Bid. The Tin Man was third from Don Navalis. Remagen gaining ground around the outside, tacking onto it now was Chief Shaitan. They were followed by Winsome Luke, Little Trunky. Waypara was second last, and Glade On brought up the rear. Down the back they travel, and no change in the order. Meg's Memory by 2 to Fancy a Bid. Remagen third without cover, followed by the Tin Man and Chief Shaitan together. In behind those, Don Navalis on its outside, Little Trunky. Waypara was next. Winsome Luke was second last, and Glade On brought up the rear. At the corner, a lap and a quarter left to travel, and Meg's Memory bowling along in front, 3 parts of a length to Remagen. Third on the rail was Fancy a Bid. Next was Chief Shaitan. The Tin Man on the rail with nowhere to go. Little Trunky coming up on the outside of it, followed then by Don Navalis. Waypara was next in the event, and still last of all was Glade On. At the judge, 1 circuit of the course to travel, and Meg's Memory by 3 parts of a length to Remagen. Fancy a Bid was next from Chief Shaitan. They were followed by the Tin Man. Little Trunky was next after a break to Waypara, Don Navalis. Winsome Luke was second last, and last of all still was Glade On. Down the back, 500 out, and Meg's Memory the leader. It's been there from the outset, 3 parts of a length to Remagen. Fancy a Bid next from Chief Shaitan, the Tin Man, Little Trunky. Waypara run, minding a big run, but trapped 3 wide. They were followed by Don Navalis, Glade On, and Winsome Luke was last of all at the corner. 350 left to travel, and still the leader was Meg's Memory over Fancy a Bid, Chief Shaitan. Remagen next was the Tin Man from Don Navalis, Little Trunky, Waypara, Winsome Luke and Glade On, but around the corner Meg's Memory clear. Fancy a Bid trying to get to it. It's Meg's Memory and Fancy a Bid. Chief Shaitan putting in a run, and the Tin Man right down the outside, but Meg's Memory is too good. Meg's Memory won the money. Second in the event, Fancy a Bid from Chief Shaitan, Don Navalis, the Tin Man. Little Trunky was next from Winsome Luke, Remagen, and the last pair home were Glade On and also Waypara.
5-1-8 in the State Saver Pace Race 8 at Maitland. Now at Albion.
Exceptionally smooth. Southern Glamour moves in. All set. Racing, and Tipsy Girl and Mango Girl from the inside came out of the line very quickly. Milady Di began well, exceptionally smooth is fourth. Bold Rama fifth, and then Southern Glamour, Miss Minbar and Hike Along, followed by Virilo Bell and Call Me Sue. Sunset Liqueur drifting back, and Vaikima dropped out to the tail of the field. Mango Girl sped to the front at the 1300 and led by 2 lengths to Tipsy Girl and 2 to Milady Di, who settles third. Exceptionally smooth fourth, and 1 deep around Bold Rama. Miss Minbar on the back of Exceptionally Smooth, Hike Along on the rail. Southern Glamour planted wide. Southern Glamour and Virilo Bell both went for the back of Miss Minbar. Southern Glamour got it. 2 lengths away was Sunset Liqueur. 2.5 to Call Me Sue, and Vaikima last. Trouble. Virilo Bell put in some rough strides as they ran past the judge and the bell. They zipped through that first quarter, 27.7, and Mango Girl's in front. 800 left to run. It's Mango Girl by 2 to Tipsy Girl and 2 lengths to Milady Di. Exceptionally Smooth, 1 deep on the outside of Bold Rama. A length away Miss Minbar, 1 to Hike Along inside of Southern Glamour. Then Sunset Liqueur around Virilo Bell. Call Me Sue second last, and Vaikima was last. 31.7, second quarter at the mile. Mango Girl tapped up at the 500. She's 2 in front of Tipsy Girl. My Lady Dies off the rail and sliding up to the wheel of the leader. Exceptionally smooth tagging My Lady Die. Bold Rama on the fence. Southern Glamour about to peel from Miss Minbar, and then Hike Along and Sunset Liqueur. 30.8 third quarter. Mango Girl 1 in front at the 250. My Lady Die's got to second, then Tipsy Girl, Exceptionally Smooth and Southern Glamour. Mango Girl turned in front. She's more than a length clear of My Lady Die. Southern Glamour running on. Mango Girl in front. Southern Glamour's coming fast at the end. Mango Girl's tired, but she hangs on. Mango Girl leads all of the way to beat Southern Glamour. Exceptionally Smooth runs third. Miss Minbar fourth, then Hike Along, My Lady Die, followed by Sunset Liqueur, Vera Lobel, Bold Rama, Tipsy Girl, Vikema and Call Me Sue in exactly 2 minutes.
And 2, 6 and 5, the selection, well done, Terry. Mango Girl from number 6, Southern Glamour, and number 5, Exceptionally Smooth. The greyhounds are on the track for the big race at Wentworth Park.
91 Summer Cup, sponsored by AWA. This is the 27th running of this event. And, of course, 5 of those wins have been from Victorians. Let's see how they're faring on the tote. 6-4, Freddie's Dynasty, Black Calga. 16-1, 18 for Ebony Sands. Here's one of the Victorians, Pace Galore, into 25. There's been good backing for Modern Express, still 5-1 on the tote. 25 for Garçon. It's 5-1 for Sailing Waverley. And Rocket to Tubred, who got the biggest raw trackside, is 11-4. There's certainly plenty of sentimental value and monetary value on a Rocket to Tubred, and 11-4 for the Pocket Rocket. Now they're about to move in. Freddie's Dynasty's the hot favourite though, 6-4, and Rocket to Tubred 11-2, and then 5s for both Modern Express and Sailing Waverley. Moving up now for the running of the Summer Cup. Rocket to Tubred goes in, Sailing Waverley, Garçon, Modern Express, Pace Galore, Ebony Sands, Black Calga, and Freddie's Dynasty is all in now. Set to go. Summer Cup. Racing, Freddie's Dynasty dwelt. First out was Pace Galore, the Victorian, straight to the lead early. Going to second, Garçon. There's a fall. Rocket to Tubred, she went right down on her heels, and she's last and out of the race. Around the first corner, and Pace Galore's the leader. In second position, Garçon, 3 Sailing Waverley, and 4 to Freddie's Dynasty, 5 Modern Express. A couple Black Calga, Ebony Sands, and Rocket to Tubred is last 5 from them. In the back straight now, and the leader, Pace Galore, going to it, Garçon on the outside. They've kicked away, 5 lengths Sailing Waverley, Freddie's Dynasty, Modern Express can't win. On the bend, here's a race, Pace Galore and Garçon. Pace Galore's the leader. Garçon trying to get it. Sailing Waverley coming home. Pace Galore in front. The Victorian Pace Galore win the cup. Pace Galore. Pace Galore may have just beaten Sailing Waverley, Freddie's Dynasty and Garçon. Modern Express, Black Calga, Ebony Sands and Rocket to Tubred. She fell at the first corner and completed the course. Number 4, Pace Galore. The cup goes south once again to the Victorian. Odds of around 23-1 on the tote. $24.10 for the win and $4.40 the place for Pace Galore. A photo second, 1 Freddie's Dynasty, 7 Sailing Waverley and 6 Garçon. Freddie's Dynasty may get second, but it's tight. Freddie's Dynasty $1.40, 7 Sailing Waverley $2.10, and 6 Garçon looks like that he's beaten into a placing, $4.20. So number 4, here's the winner, Pace Galore. She, of course, ran the faster of the 2 heats here last week, Pace Galore in 43.22 over Modern Express's 43.30. Straight to the front, and that's where you want to be in big races. 4-1-7, other placings, 4 Pace Galore. 1 Freddie's Dynasty, gallant in defeat, absolutely flew to the line. Look at this run. And 7 Sailing Waverley is third, with 6 Garçon fourth. Pace Galore's run 42.81 in what was a fantastic AWA Summer Cup and a great win to Pace Galore, Bucko.
Certainly was, and congratulations on Donaldson, race 6 Globe Derby.
To go, they're off. Barunga Robust exploded out wide. He's going hard with Call the Shots and nearer the inside. Vintage Oak is driving through, and there's Pixafilla showing speed. It's a mad charge to the first turn. Vintage Oak holds the lead. Pixafilla will be the first to take him on for the lead, and Pixafilla will go to the front from Vintage Oak. Call the Shots left without cover, and Barunga Robust is 3 wide. Selena's Lad, the third horse racing on the rails, and Bravery 1-1. Now Barunga Robust trap wide is searching forward to go round and give Call the Shots a trail. Back on the inside, Valentine Day near the rear with Furlandy. Caught deep Inspector Gadget without early speed. Motor Hard and Fast is second last. Now goes past Inspector Gadget, who's being restrained, and Casino Boy, the Renmark pacer, is last of all. Coming off the back straight, and Pixafilla assumes control by 6 metres. Second is Vintage Oak on the outside. Barunga Robust and Call the Shots is 1-1. Then Selena's Lad, the third horse racing on the fence, and Bravery 1 out and 2 back around Valentine Day. Then